16 years ago, Alexander Park was closed. Our pool and the library were old. There was no spray park. WF West had no STEM program. Only 1/3 of graduating Bearcats were going on to earn college or vocational degrees. 16 years ago, the Chehalis Foundation was formed. And one by one, all of this changed.
If you saw It's a Wonderful Life, you saw the angel ask, what if George Bailey would have never been born? It'd be a totally different face on the city of Chehalis without the foundation's help. I know we would be limping along with a patched up pool. We wouldn't have the wonderful fields that are going to be put on at Recreation Park. We wouldn't have the new Penny Playground and so many things, the educational opportunities.
The Chehalis Foundation stepped in to help with the renovation of Recreation Park, the ball fields and the Penny Playground.
At Rec Park, my softball team would go there and practice a lot. We would have sliding practice, and it was so hard. If you fell on the dirt, it was like falling on concrete. If you were playing outfield, it was very muggy and soggy and gross.
2 years ago, the state championship WF West fast pitch team only played one game on their home field.
Super excited about the new turf fields because then we can play softball and it's not as hard.
The city now has the opportunity to bring tournaments back to the city of Chehalis that we've lost over the years because the fields weren't playable for very many months out of the year. Families who have children of multiple different ages and so on, they'll be able to watch their kids playing ball and watch younger family members over on the playground or picnicking, or they can sit on the berm and watch from there their kids playing ball, or music in the park.
Our student body has seen tremendous benefits from the work of the Chehalis Foundation. Kids having access to the incredible pool, to using the Timberland Library, and for our community having parks available.
My little sister's looking forward to Penny Playground.
The original Penny Playground was supposed to last 20 years, and it's served us well for 26 years, but it doesn't meet current safety standards. There will also be zip lines, swings, lots of slides, and we've made many of these toys accessible for children with physical needs.
I'm a lifeguard and I am a swim teacher instructor.
I mean, it wasn't the greatest pool before, and then the Chehalis Foundation came in and made that thing like crazy.
So it's a lot of fun, and seeing the transformation, seeing all the new slides and the little activities that kids can do.
The old pool we average around like 25 people a day, and the new pool we average 201.
So I have clients that come in to my business, and they come in, they hang out here, they just go to the spray park and they're pumped. They always try to plan their appointments around the open swim times, and they always comment about just how gorgeous our facilities are. Raising our kids in Chehalis, I've realized that it truly has a sense of community, and to be in a community that has so many people giving back, it's powerful, and I'm thankful they've gotten this opportunity.
With the foundation's support, the Chehalis School District has developed the top science, technology, engineering, and math program of any comprehensive high school in Washington State.
I'm actually a first-generation college student.
I'm going to be the first person in my family to have gone to a university.
I am very involved in the STEM program. I take a lot of the STEM-based classes, advanced molecular genetics, advanced scanning electron microscope, biology, chemistry.
But as soon as I moved to Chehalis, everything seemed more application-based. We do procedures that they would do in an actual job setting. We're able to work in lab situations that not even college graduates would have done. Because of all of the donations of the Chehalis Foundation, I actually am going to be able to come straight out of high school and possibly work in a lab which will provide me a really steady income.
I plan to attend a four-year university such as University of Washington or potentially even a larger school like Harvard. And then after that, I want to go into graduate school and get a master's or a PhD in medical science.
I personally don't think the opportunities offered by WF West and the Chehalis Foundation only benefit very smart and wealthy kids. I've seen personally friends that take the molecular genetics class, they still benefit from learning this subject, but this actually inspired them to somewhat want to pursue a further education. The Chehalis Foundation has done an undescribable amount for my life personally, and the programs offered, only being offered because the Chehalis Foundation is put in place, I would not be pursuing my current career goal of being a clinical molecular geneticist. I would probably not even have really much of a passion for school, if I'm being honest.
We were interviewing candidates for a position, and we said, the Chehalis School District is incredible. Their STEM program is second to none. That is important for us in bringing employees here, as well as residents and businesses.
I came from a class where I think I could count on both my hands how many kids were actually going off to four-year universities. As we were going through this last year, our own I-5 scholarship applicants, I have never seen such a high number in this town of kids not only going to great, prestigious four-year universities, but going for sciences. I mean, I saw Johns Hopkins, I saw the University of Arizona, San Diego, I mean, just school after school and they're going for the sciences, whether it be veterinarian school, medical school, engineering, the result of having an amazing STEM program and giving kids the opportunity to not only obviously learn in state-of-the-art facilities, but to show them that there's better things out there, and it's really setting up a lot of kids to be able to believe that they can pursue really amazing things and hopefully bring that back to Chehalis and pay that forward to the next kid.
For 2 years running, the University of Washington and UW Medicine have hosted one STEM summer camp outside of Seattle. Guess which community they chose? That's right, Chehalis.
There was about 100 high school students that showed up. It was a truly amazing turnout. The speakers, such as the people from University of Washington Medicine, they taught us how to do sutures. They showed us the future of realistic mannequins for practicing surgeries. And the engineering side, they showed us how to use Tinkercad to help us model out our own parts for our own gravity cars, which we 3D printed.
The old model of teaching was kind of the teacher sage on the stage. The culture in the Chehalis School District is very different. It looks different, it sounds different. Doors are open. Teachers do a lot of teaming. That is the way things are done now, is the teacher steps back, asks open-ended questions, and there's so much student ownership and so much student-led instruction where the teacher continues to facilitate really pushing kids to think, explain their thinking, prove their thinking, and really own their education.
All of our teachers are working on powerful teaching and learning all the time.
You can just walk through the hallway and see just what powerful teaching looks like. You can hear the kids explaining their thinking to one another. It's not quiet. We don't have quiet classrooms. Schools as far away as Bellevue coming in and observing powerful teaching and learning happening in our district. It's very exciting and it's a game changer for our kids.
The vocational program, Career Technical Education, is a key part of the Student Achievement Initiative.
I am going into an electrical apprenticeship up in Tacoma. Once you get enrolled, like I said, there's 2 night classes, and you'll be studying like math, just simple algebra, and then you'll be learning how to bend pipe and work with like conduit and a bunch of like what electricians would do. Well, I think the big difference that our school, like WF West, has made is CCR. College and career readiness is something that you can do online. But because of the Chehalis Foundation, they've given me CCR in order to find what career path is right for me. As a freshman, all the way up through my senior year, it's helped me become successful. I'm starting an apprenticeship, and I'm really happy with what I'm going to be doing in the future. And because of the Chehalis Foundation, that was possible.
The Chehalis Foundation has funded nearly $60,000 in CTE equipment, from a CNC cutting machine to lathes that are standard in the industry right now.
Spend a lot of my time in our school CTE department. Well, I really like kind of the hands-on experience that it can offer you, different from than just sitting behind a desk. Because of the Chehalis Foundation, students in our CTE department are able to use these really sophisticated technologies, such as in the robotics program. They have a lot of 3D printers, and they have a lot of machines that they can use towards fabricating parts, such as a CNC machine that kids can use. It's a life-changing experience to be able to be a part of it.
I graduated from WF West in 2017. I am a mother, I am a wife, I work full-time. Going into my senior year of high school, I lost my mom, and that was devastating. And I moved out, and I got 3 jobs because I thought that was the only way I was going to be able to put myself through college. I met Carrie Chaplet, and I said, I'm thinking about this college thing, but I don't know how I can afford it, what I can do. And Carrie Chaplet, my mentor, she is like, you can do it, Caitlin. I know you can, I believe in you. It's the main reason I wanted to become a teacher, was to help kids that are in the same boat as me, that life handed them bad cards. Without the Chehalis Foundation and the scholarships I received, I would not have the future that I would want for myself or for my family.
My job is I work with seniors on navigating their steps after high school. So whether that's college, university, technical schools, military, apprenticeships. I meet with each senior individually to make sure that we work on the plan that best fits their goals. And then I continue to follow up with them. So I do that in a multitude of different ways. So I will text them quite often. I'll pull them out of class. I send them notes. We meet individually. I email them. I just kind of bother them all year round. To make the goals of the Student Achievement Initiative, as a whole district, we're working with all of our students very hard, with our teachers, our counselors, positions like myself, from elementary school to high school, to really build their ability, their confidence, and to make sure that they have a pathway to success later in the future.
I'm working full-time at Valley Coast Child Care Center, and I'm also a full-time student at Centralia College. My mom and my dad were both addicted to drugs and alcohol. My freshman year, I attempted suicide and ended up in the hospital. When I was a sophomore at WF West, I started working at Napa by McDonald's. Miss Chaplet was a big help when it came to finding the right college for me and finding the right funding and scholarships that I would need. I feel like I've received extra support from the Chehalis Foundation and the Chehalis School District, because even when I struggled the most, I still had their physical and mental support. They believed in me when I didn't believe in myself and when I felt like my family didn't believe in me, so in a sense they were like a family to me.
Yeah, through the Kiwanis Club, I've worked with the Chehalis Foundation and found them to be very responsible stewards of their resources. And so we continue to support the Chehalis Foundation, and we'll do so in the future. They're project-driven, and we're a project-driven organization, and we like to see projects be able to get completed and benefit the community and benefit the students of the schools. No, I think it's a great organization, and I hope you continue the service that you've been doing over the years.
I truly believe that what the Chehalis Foundation is doing through the library, through the parks, through the aquatic center, through the new Penny Playground, through the STEM system, they are integral items that will weave this community together.
Well, I think all you have to do is look at the track record of the Chehalis Foundation. There are at least 26 projects that have been completed.
It's very exciting to see how quickly the projects get started and completed, and then how they sustain in the community.
I want to give back to this community and to my area that I live in. And the beauty of the Chehalis Foundation is that they have that same mission and they have that same core value that I have. I never worry about where the foundation is going and where my money is being used by the foundation, because they do the legwork and the groundwork and tell me where it's going. And they're right, that's exactly where they use it. As a Title Guarantee, we have tried to make sure that anytime the Chehalis Foundation has needed anything, we make sure that we're always there for them because they're there for us.
I have been involved in banking in several communities from Anchorage to throughout Western Washington, and I've never seen a community that had the leadership and the success that has happened here through the Chehalis Foundation, and it's been a beautiful experience. And Chehalis is highly unusual. There's a lot of momentum in this community, and the foundation is right at the top of it.
I joined the board about a couple years ago, and since then they were just finishing up the pool project, and most recently I've been involved with the Penny Playground project. Getting to know the volunteer board on an individual basis and seeing how hard they work, it's just really inspiring. I've never seen a board take charge, get things done, pick a project and not only execute it, but execute it to the highest level.
There's so many benefits to giving to the Chehalis Foundation. I can really say that the Chehalis Foundation has done some amazing things, and they're very, very, very easy to see.
We see lives being changed every day.
Pretty amazing when you're sitting on an airplane telling somebody about where you live. And in our community, we have this foundation, and this foundation is infusing funds into our schools, and it's providing opportunities that would have never been possible. And they're asking where I live and how is this happening? And it's so great to say, well, if you know where the flooding occurs in Centralia Chehalis area, that's where we are. We're a small little town, but I tell you what, big things are happening, and they are blown away.
There's no other story like this in a community I've seen or with other people I work with.
What I would like to say to the Chehalis Foundation is thank you so much. There's many families that didn't dream as big as you've allowed them to dream.
I want to tell them, thank you. None of that would have been possible without WF West and the Chehalis Foundation coming together and doing what's best for us.
Thank you so much for making this happen for us, because this is the best.
I want to say thank you, because that's changing a lot. It's a lot more fun to play at Penny Playground and be able to play fast pitch whenever I want, and to be swimming in the summer whenever I feel like it, and going to Alexander Park, and it's really cool.
As a board, we talk about, what is next? I know that there's some amazing things that we can still do within our community, and we'll just keep going and keep building.
To the potential donors who are going to be at the forthcoming gala, I would just say, take a look around this room and see the people who are our donors and the difference they've made in the community, and it's well worthwhile. The money is well spent. It makes a big, important difference here in this community, both economically and for the lives of kids and adults. And so you can consider donating. As a friend of mine once said, didn't you mean to add an extra zero on the end of that check?